Guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is what I picked up on Prime Day from Amazon. There were, one was $100, the other one was under $100. And yes, these are homage watches. I have the Pagani Batman and the Batgirl. Homages to the GMT Master 2, black and blue bezel. So I've got both here. You know, homages are kind of, some people like them, some people hate them. I'm in the camp where I don't really care as long as it isn't a straight up fake. If it said Rolex on the dial and it wasn't a Rolex, then, then I would not like that and would not want to wear it. But these are kind of cool because they're extremely affordable. I mean, $100 compared to 10 grand for one at the AD for a real one, or if you were to go and buy one gray market, you're gonna because you can't get them at the AD anyway. That may change in the future, who knows. Gray market, you're what, 15 grand, 20 grand they were up to at one point. So yeah, it's ridiculous. So and another thing is, you might have also someone that owns a real one, a real GMT Master 2 Batman or Batgirl, and they buy one of these as just their beater because they love the watch so much, they love the design so much, they want something that they can just wear, every day or whatever, and not worry about destroying it or whatever the case may be. So there's a lot of reasons to want to buy one of these, not just because you're trying to copy the brand, which I know why they're heavily copied, because they look so damn good. I mean, if you look at this watch, first glance, you're going to think, wow, this is a Rolex GMT Master 2. If you're out in the wild, someone's going to think that right away. But closer examination, of course, you're going to see that it doesn't say Rolex on the dial. And if you get even closer, and if you're a watch enthusiast or a watch nerd like myself, you're gonna notice the details right away that it's not a real, Rolex. So if you're just your common, person that doesn't know all too much about watches, you might look at this and be like, oh yeah, that's a Rolex. You're not gonna know. So it's who knows? Like I said in the beginning, I mean, some people love homages, some don't. I don't really care. I have a real Rolex. I have a real 16610 Submariner that's brand new. Really, it still has stickers on the side of the case. That's in the safe, and I wear it every now and then. But this is a cool watch that you can just wear every day and beat it to death, and it doesn't really matter because you paid $100 or less. So this is one that I took all the stickers off because I'll be honest, I like the Batgirl. I like the bracelet. A lot of people don't like the Jubilee, but I like the Jubilee. It's comfortable on the wrist. It's good looking. You got to keep in mind the older GMT Masters also came with, solid oyster bracelets, and then also Jubilees as well. You were able to get them that way back in the day. So, I mean, it's cool that they have both models out. Rolex does anyway, is what I'm saying. And then the homages, like this brand, is doing the same thing. But this is what they look like with all the stickers off. The dimensions are 40 millimeter from side to side, 48 tip to tip. Thickness is 13. It's 20 millimeter and tapers down to 18 at the clasp. The clasp, they did quite well. I mean, it's fully machined. Yeah, there's a lot of, the tolerances aren't that good. There's a lot of, movement here and there, not like a real Rolex where everything would be real quiet, real tight and made well on, and then of course the QC would be perfect. But it actually has that same style, beacon hook, how you open the clasp. So that's kind of cool. So that's done well for a $100 watch. The movement, I can't remember. I think it's made by a company, or it's called the Pearl. I don't know exactly who makes it, but it is 21,600 vibrations per hour. They even have a red gear in there to kind of make it look like the Rolex movement. It doesn't have a full balance bridge. But there are some adjustments. So you can actually probably adjust this thing quite well to make it run good. But, for a signed rotor, it's got Pagani's design on it, screw down crown, screw down case back, and we have 100 meters of water resistance, see-through case backs, sapphire. I don't think it's sapphire on the back, but sapphire crystal on the front. Quite impressive for the price point. 120 click and sounds pretty good. And it is a ceramic bezel also, which is quite impressive for the price point. It does line up. I went too far. Was it there or was it? I don't know. It's kind of hard to see through the camera here, but I'm going to get it out in the sunlight in a moment and show you, and you'll see how good it looks in sunlight. But blue loom, we'll do a loom shot also. You have your GMT hand, which I've already got the date set. I'm not going to mess with that. But if you pull it out to the first position, actually first position, you can wind it. Second position, you pop it out. Just get that thing to pop. There we go. Is if you go clockwise, you're going to change the date. If you go counterclockwise, you're going to change that GMT hand. So it kind of works like that Seiko that I just showed not long ago on the channel here. The Seiko GMT. So same thing really. And it's, I know the movement on the Seiko is probably better, of course, but I'm just comparing how it operates. So you can track dual time zones. You've got the rotating bezel as well to help do that. But if you don't want to spring, $12,000 to $14,000 or whatever they are, gray market, or $18,000, whatever they are gray market right now, you can pick one of these up. And the polishing is done quite well. The brushing as well. I mean, it's done very well. Screw down crown even has the gasket there on the tube, so that even gives you the trip lock crown experience that Rolex offers. Here is the Batman. And of course, like I said, I've got the stickers all on this one. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna hang on to this one or what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna send it back or not, but this is all stickered. This is how they come. So you'll get this box. There's some paperwork in there. There's a hang tag. Here it is completely, how it would look right out of the box. Rotor spins like crazy, kind of like some of these Miyotas. So who knows what movement this really is that's in here. But so far, I mean, it's working all right, and I don't have any problems. But this is a good looking watch also. I do like the Batman. The only thing I don't like so much is the center links being polished. I just think it's going to be a scratch magnet, and I just think it looks so much better on the Jubilee. That's just my personal preference. I know everyone's going to some people disagree. Some may be in line with what I like, but to each their own, right? So that's that one. Let me get let's get it on my 7.5 inch wrist real quick. This one's actually sized to me, and you have their branding on the clasp, on the dial there at the 12 o'clock. Like I said, sapphire crystal. In a way, this is kind of like a training watch for me, because I really want to get the Batman, or well, it would be the Batgirl, or whatever the newest variant will be when I can ever get one in the AD. And I know you guys are going to laugh at me, but I'm going to try to get one at the AD. I kind of know someone over there, and I'm going to work at it. It may take me some time, but maybe I can. That could be in the future. But for now, I have one of these to kick around with, here and there, maybe do some gardening with, or go bike riding with, or whatever, because it wouldn't matter if something happened to it, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to get it out in direct sunlight, and we can check it out. under the sun so you can really see any flaws or anything. And I think they really nailed it for a homage. I mean, this is pretty close to a copy in my opinion. I mean, without slapping Rolex on the dial. But they did pretty good, you know. Automatic, water resistant, 100 meters on the dial there at the 6. The date magnification is actually pretty good. I'd say it's 2.5, like Rolex, because that's pretty. In fact, I'll probably do a review with my up against my Rolex, and we can check the magnification. But that's pretty damn. I mean, to me, that's very, very Rolex-like on the magnification. All right, let's get a lume shot in. Blue lume, almost looks like chromalite, Rolex lume. Pretty bright. I don't know how long it lasts, but I mean it's not bad, and looks like it's evenly applied. So here is the Batgirl on the wrist, which this is the one that I like. So it's got your, you know, fat style Rolex case. I know the newer, I think the Batgirl, the new Batgirl, the real Rolex actually has, you know, thinner lugs. But this one is a little thicker, like the ones prior, like more like the original Batman. But I mean, the ceramic bezel is pretty high quality. It's got a sapphire crystal for $100. I mean, for an everyday beater, if you're a watch enthusiast, if you're a Rolex enthusiast and you want something just to look like your GMT that you have in the safe, and you want to just wear it and damage it and it doesn't bother you, this would be the one. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.